Here we are. We're on Randy's last ride. Randy was a friend of mine. I met him somewhere back around 4.5 years ago. Just a good guy. One of those guys that seems like everybody really enjoyed being around. He passed away too young in my book. Too young in his family's book. 55. That's too young. He looked to be in perfect health. He was strong, nimble. Just as far as looks were concerned, you'd never guess that he was having any kind of a struggle. But he passed away of a massive heart attack, leaving behind friends and family, and my prayers go out to all of them. Randy contacted me well over 2 years ago after we had got to know each other through riding together here and there, and a mutual friend at his church introducing us. He contacted me and said, "Hey, Rev J, are you going to Daytona this year?" And I said, "Yeah, sure am." He said, "Can I ride with you? I'd like to see what faith riders do. I want to start a chapter at our church," which I knew he had wanted to start a chapter for a long time. We had talked about it several times. In fact, that chapter was scheduled to get started, to have a commissioning service, and one way or another, COVID kind of messed that up. But it looked like they were getting closer to starting their chapter. This would have been probably either 2022 or maybe 2023. And he rode down with me all the way to Daytona. We would stop along the way and have breakfast or lunch or whatever and talk. And then he served with me under the tent while we were down there in Daytona. And from what I hear, he came back just fired up about this ministry called Faith Riders. He wanted to share the gospel. He believed everybody who knew Jesus needed to be sharing the gospel, which is right, which is biblical. He was absolutely a faithful follower of Jesus. I'm so glad of the promises that Jesus made. But the promises in the Bible that we read are so true. I'm so glad that Jesus said things like, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. And everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die." I'm so glad Jesus said that. Randy believed in Jesus. And so therefore, even though his earthly body died, as it says, though he die, yet shall he live, Randy's still alive. His spirit is alive. The Bible also says that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And so Randy, even though this is considered Randy's last ride, he's in heaven with Jesus. He's not here on this ride. His flesh is, but not his spirit. He would not ever be able to shed a tear. If he was watching this or could see this, it would make him sad that his wife was having to go through this. This last ride is for his wife. This last ride is for his kids. This last ride is for his friends like me. I am honoring Randy this way, as others are too. But Randy is in the presence of the Lord. He's celebrating. He's not sad. He's not crying. Every tear will be wiped away in heaven by God himself. And so Randy is not shedding any tears today. Jesus also said, "Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. believe also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and will take you to myself, that where I am, you may be also. You see, Jesus came and escorted Randy to heaven. He prepared a place for Randy long ago, long before Randy actually came to faith in Jesus. Jesus already knew that Randy would come to faith in him. So for the last 2,000 years, Jesus has been preparing a place for Randy in his own household, in the King's palace in heaven. I don't know how many doors down it is from Jesus, but I know this. When they have supper together. Randy is in his presence, in his household. To have the kind of hope that Randy had, to have the kind of peace that Randy had, and others who know Jesus too, like myself, you must also trust in Jesus. If you have not done that, please contact me in the comments, and we'll touch base with each other, and I'll do the best I can to help you. In the meantime, thank you for allowing me to pay this tribute to Randy. Thank you for sharing it with me, honoring him with me. God bless you, and I hope and pray that you will someday meet Jesus in heaven too. But first, before you can meet him in heaven, you must meet him here on this earth. And I pray you'll do that.